Sky Odyssey. How you guys doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So you might notice just right off the bat that I do not have a big thing here for storing all of our items, which is something I said that I was going to do between episodes and just it didn't happen. But I did build a very temporary filter system to kind of help us work through it. I have set up some things for the loot crates, also the essence and the infinity cards. Although, if I'm being completely truthful, I might have filtered out the infinity cards. Did I? Was I that fool? Now I'm double checking myself. But I think that since I put them there, I didn't. No. No, okay, good. Good. I was smart. I didn't. But we are running into kind of a problem that I am running out of sides upon which to put these item filters and have it filter out items that I don't need. And of course, I have this huge glut of skeleton skulls? Skeleton skulls. Yeah. Got too many of them. Too many of them. But they do have EMC value, so I can dump them in here. But that does mean we're going to have to work on getting better filters. And so if we need better filters, we can go for the advanced item filter, or we can go for the big item filters. Either way, we're going to need to do a slice and splice, which not that difficult to get done, actually. We have everything that's needed to make the actual machine, except for the soul machine chassis and the energized bimetal gears and the solarium ingots, but those are easy to make, so I'm not worried about that. Now, the bimetal gear is energetic. Actually, do we have these? Bimetal. No. Okay, we really don't. Yeah, so we'll have to mess with that. Let's go Ender.io at, but then slice. So we can just keep this recipe in the top of our mans. So yeah, first things first, soul sand and gold ingots. Soul sand is, yeah, just normal sand. I've already done it, haven't I? I want to say I have. Yeah. It's no big deal there. We'll grab out one of these, and we'll grab out some gold, and then come up here to the alloy smelter and have it make us one solarium, and then we will put it into our transmutation table, and we will from then forward know how to make solarium. So that's knocked out. Bimetal gear. Infinity bimetal gears we do know how to make, right? Yes. And we'll also need energized alloy, which we do also know how to make. So we'll take these nugs, put it around like that, put it around like that, and there we go. Boop and boop. So then we'll need 2 of those and 4 solarium, I think. Is that what it's called for? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong here. So yeah, 4 solarium, 2 of those. We'll need an iron bar and some kind of a head. I'm just going to go with a Zombert. I think that's, I think it really is any head. Yeah, good. So that's everything except for the Soul Machine chassis, which is just the simple plus the Soul Attuned dye blend, which is kind of set up the same way, except we need Soul Powder and Organic Brown dye. So Soul Powder, that's just crushed solarium. Blah, 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 if I can speak. So we'll pull that out and throw it in the sag. Okay. So now it knows how to make that. So I'll need 2 of those. Need the organic black dye. Need 1 of those. Crushed quartz, which we do, of course, know how to make. We will need 4 of these. And then we need the organic brown dye, which, let me see how to do these. What's easiest? We got brown dye of some kind, pulverized charcoal, and slime. Can I just use cocoa beans there? Because I do have those. So cocoa beans, pulverized charcoal, and an egg. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, there we go. And then we will pull out the organic brown dyes and get ourselves one of the simple chassis. And then, is that just a crafting recipe for the actual dye? It is, right? Alright. Then we got our Solitunes dye blend that we can now make. So let's alloy this up. And now we know how to make the Soul Machine chassis. We'll put it in there so that we can make it again if we need to. Because I'm honestly not sure if we will. So then we should have everything we need here. Boom! Baby! And I'm just going to throw it there and have a energy conduit just roll up. One more. And then it needs a conduit, or not a conduit. What am I doing here? Capacitor. There we go. Octadic. But it also needs an axe of some kind and a pair of shears. And now ideally, you want to be able to give it an axe and a pair of shears that are infinite durability, so that way you don't have to worry about replacing that. But for now we're not going to worry about that too terribly much. I just want to look at some options here. Diamond shears are a thing. Okay. I do have some normal shears made up. So diamond, we'll just grab a diamond axe, and then 2 diamonds to make some diamond shears, just like a so. And then we'll put them in here. And now this machine is up. It is available for operation. Cool. So now, if we go back to Ender.io and then filters, because that's what we're looking at. That's the whole point that we're doing this, so that we can have this thing running and not having it go overboard, because we're going to need to pull out the gear and also just more items, because like 2 skulls we just don't have filtered because we couldn't. So, preferably it would be a big advanced filter, but shulker shells, I don't have those yet. And if I'm being completely honest, I have no idea how to spawn them. Shulk. So that comes from like all the different ways that you can make them. I'm not seeing anything in here that looks like, you know, akin to the fell pumpkin that we can use to spawn blazes. Shulk me not. Heavy Britannia stuff I'm not down for. And we can't make a spawn shulker egg. So if we can't do that, and also all this stuff requires us to be able to already have shulkers in our world, we're going to have to forgo that one. So let's go back to Ender.io, filter. We could make a big filter, or we could make advanced filters. Advanced filters, I know what those are. Let's look at big filters. No, because here's the thing. If I'm going to have to be filtering out armor, I'm going to want it to be able to ignore like the damage values. And the normal filters can't. And I imagine that if there is an advanced big filter, then probably the big item filter is just a more slot version of the basic item filter. But shall we roll the dice? Will we figure that out? Yeah, sure. It's just literally something I've never messed with before, so let's get ourselves some crushed obsidian, which hopefully we can do in our sag mill here. Yeah. We can. Oh, we only needed the one, though, apparently. All right, so we'll put that back. We'll put in one of those just so we can make it. And then we'll need 4 paper. Just grab a stack. And then what does the skeletal contractor take? Solarium, rotten flesh, silicone, and a skeleton skull. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll grab out some rotten flesh. We'll get out a skull. We'll get out the silicone and the solarium. Bam. And then we'll have the slice and splice get one of those together for us. Boop. And a skeletal contractor, of course, that's not something that has an EMC value. So everything that we make from here on out, we're going to have to actually make, which is why I grabbed out like a whole stack of this stuff, because we can't EMC up these things. So that might be a reason for us to go with the well, see, even the advanced one requires it. So yeah, the basic item filter is the only one that we can EMC. So let's see how this works. I'm going to turn this off. And then, oh right, I have to actually make the filter too. Kind of skipping steps here. So let's put you, what were you currently filtering out? The bottles, the bat wings, the spider webs, and 2 of the skulls. So we'll take you out, put this in, and look at it. That's a lot of items. Wow, holy crap, that is a lot of items. So we can probably use just one of these to filter out everything that all of the other filters are doing, and then we can put advanced filters on the other ones, and they can grab the armor pieces and the weapons and stuff. That's sounding pretty good to me. That is sounding pretty good to me. So let's, for now, we got to grab out the bat wings, because that is the #1 thing that was clogging this thing up earlier. So we'll let that do its thing. Skeleton skulls, we know we didn't have those filtered. So we'll go ahead and grab those out too. Yeah. And just for my completeness sake, I'm going to put that back. Alright, so that, and then that. Okay, so what's our next deal? Oh, I got to turn it back on. There we go. So it can filter that stuff out and we can take a look at it. It's cobwebs. We know cobwebs were one of the things that this was filtering. So we'll put that in. Then slam those in over here. And then let's take a look here. Enderman heads, those weren't being filtered. So there we go, we got that going. And then creeper heads. Boop. And then what else? What else? This cooked chicken isn't going anywhere, although I am going to put that in there because I don't, yeah, there we go. Don't think I have cooked chicken as an available thing. And then you kind of have to sit here for a second and look at it and be like, oh, what else? What else is going to be causing me problems here? Carrots. I don't have those filtered at all, but I honestly, do I know carrots? Yeah, I didn't know carrots. That's a good one. That's a good one, game. Thanks. Thanks for that. And then basically all this stuff that you see being filtered out that we have it set to this one filter, we're going to slowly want to kind of turn around into that filter. So let's go ahead and we're going to turn this one off. And this one off. And then we'll see what kind of clogs up the system here. And put this stuff up here. Okay, so right off the bat, gunpowder, rotten flesh, arrows, bones, spider eye. That, oh man, I wish I could shift click these. What a dream that would be. Wouldn't it be nice? And again, I'm going to do that there. Alright. So then we'll put this back in here, and we should see it all just disappear almost immediately. Well, after it's had time to run. I mean, it takes it a second. You know it takes it a second. String. That's something that's clearly not going anywhere. And we totally know how to make strings, so that's not a big deal. Okay, so right now it's looking like we're catching everything. What was this one catching? Yep, that's all the basic stuff. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. And then, what was this one catching? Ender pearls and zombie brains, redstone, glowstone. And I did turn it off, right? Okay. So we do want to make sure that we turn them off before we pull the filters out, or else they will, they won't go anywhere. You know? There we go. Pull those filters back out. It'll start dumping everything out of the chest, including the things that we want to keep. So that's why we're not messing with any of that. And we can kind of, since we locked all these drawers over here, that's why there's no filter on this line, because there isn't, because it'll only take things that it has a space for. And since we don't have any of these spaces open, we only have the spaces that we've locked into being something, it can't possibly give us anything else in these chests other than what we've specified on them. I am going to take out some void upgrades, though, because we do need them over here. You can't leave it unvoided, unfortunately. Or else you might, it'll cause a backup over here just like anything else would. So, since we don't need to make more than one of those big filters, I'm going to go ahead and cast all this stuff back in to the system. And we need to make one of the advanced ones. So that, paper, redstone, and then a Z-Logic controller. Man, unfortunately, that's a lot of the stuff that I just had in my inventory. I could have just left it there. So redstone, we'll need solarium again, and what else was it? Silicone. Yeah, we'll need that. And then paper. And I think that's it. Just paper, otherwise. So yeah, basically everything that I just had in my inventory. And then we're going to come over to the advanced ones. Z-Logic controller. Tap that plus so it goes in there. Now, on the sly, until I get like these actually like fully done, I can pull them out into my inventory. And then the durability will go up because I have that repair talisman. So that's one way that I can keep them going since I'm not using it for any kind of an automation process. But yeah, not something I'm really going to want to mess with too terribly much there. So blip, blippity blow, blah blah blah. And I'm really sad that I can't just go ahead and duplicate these, but it is what it is. So over here, we're going to make sure we want to ignore metadata and ignore NBT and ignore damage. And it's a whitelist. So right now, we're going to do these things here and leather pants and a bow and an iron shovel. So if we click it, we can do boots, pants, chest, do gold chest. We're going to do the iron shovel and the bow. And then we're going to put all these back in here. And then we're going to turn it on. And we should see all of those items disappear because it's ignoring all of the metadata entries there, all the NPT and all the damage. Nice. Fantastic. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. I'm really excited about that anyways. And then we do have just an absolute load of these crates, except for the legendary. We only got one of those. But we do have an absolute load of most of these crates here that we can open. So what we're going to have to do, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing that we did before in the previous series. We're going to have to build some kind of big area that we can dump all of our items into that also has like a recursory system that will take out the loot crates, put them into a loot crate opener, and then dump the loot crate contents back out into a different storage area. Now, ideally, most of this would be able to just be dumped into EMC. Like right now, I'm just voiding all of these items, but what I would actually prefer to do would be to put this in, like convert it into EMC somehow. But I haven't really figured out how to do that. So that's something we'll need to work on. We also we have to have a space for it. Like this is something that we have to have as like a build option. And I'm thinking that much like we went down for this, we're also going to kind of go up as well, you know, just to keep things going with our pattern. Because once again, our pattern is like an inverse wizard's tower, where like instead of having a large central structure that houses everything within it that just goes straight up and down, we're going to have a whole bunch of small structures like this out to the side of it that go up along a central line. So you would go up to whatever platform you want to go to and then just kind of either walk or fly over to these types of areas, much like we have over here with our Beast Coin miner. So that being the case, we'll need to go and figure out which level we want to build item storage on. Because I don't want it on the same level that these two things are on, because I just don't. Yeah, I don't really need a good reason, huh? I'm sitting here trying to defend myself from my own decision, but like it's my decision. I can do whatever I want. So yeah, I want to build it lower, not all the way down. I'm just going to pick like, I think this one, because this is like where it's starting to get dark. This is where the skyline starts fading. Even if you're out, oh no, I guess if you're not underneath that thing, it's not dark. Anyways, so I don't want to do the same thing we did last time. I don't want to go with a library as like the item storage area. So I want to do something a little bit different. And I'm thinking we're going to do it kind of like a little fort that's floating in the sky. So we're going to use some like medieval theme, probably some stone type architecture. And it's going to be, instead of being a place where we would go to gather all of the items that we have into our knowledge, quote unquote, we're going to use it as a place to hold all of the belongings that we have in a safe and secure location. And that deserves some coffee, I think. It's actually the last of my coffee for tonight, but that's okay. I have plenty of water here to support me, and also a cherry limeade that my darling wife was so kind to provide earlier. So, let's look at stone. Stone. Stony stone. Gonna grab out the bricks, the cobblestone, and the normal stone. We also have limestone and marble available to us. That's just something that I was able to buy like in the item shop with Beast Coins. They were like 10 coins a piece. They weren't very much, so I just went ahead and bought like one of each and threw it inside of our EMC table so that we could reference it at our Lazure. Let's see if this is still, yep, still keeping up. Fantastic. I'm going to go back down before we get cracking on making this thing, because I think I might have turned the, Oh, it is, why isn't it pulling stuff? Oh, this is full. I didn't think about that. The absorption hopper can't possibly pull out fast enough. Alright, well cool. That's another solution we'll have to settle. Let's come up here. And we got to get some speed upgrades. And we'll just get a lot of them, even though I don't need them. Okay, because we're going to have to do kind of the same thing here if it'll let us, where we just pull stuff out of it as quickly as possible with these item conduits. So, let's move this back one. And then we'll just do this as like our first test. always on, and turn you to insert. Are you gaining even one item? Yes. Cool. So then speed upgrades. Now it should be taking like a whole stack at a time, basically. But we can speed this up even more. If we just kind of like turn on items like everywhere, then we've got a lot of nodes, huh? Right? And then boop, and boop, and boop. And then we can click on each one of these. Maybe I can click on each one of these. Okay, I'll have to go off the side here. We'll put in some more speed upgrades, and always on, speed upgrades, always on, and speed upgrades. I mean, always on and then speed upgrades. All right, and then we'll just, oh, nope, no going into the void. The void is not for us. And then boom. And that should pull stuff out pretty quickly. Yeah, very quickly. All right, now let's head up and we'll do some more of those item filters because I think we're going to need them. Can I make... I'm going to need like 3 more of these, I guess. Zombie skull. Okay. How many? We got 1 on the back and 1 on the top. The one on the front's the big one. Okay, so yeah, like two more of these. 3 more of these. I think it's actually only 2, but whatever, I'll make 3. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And then give me all that you can. Okay. So what do we got numbers-wise that's just clogging this up? And we're going to put back all these speed upgrades that we took. And these basic item filters, because we're never going to use this again. Okay. Just trying to sort this out real quick before we get cracking here. Alright. So, zombie brains. That's something that needs to go. And I'm pretty sure I ought to put them in here, but just to make sure. Yes, good. So, zombie brains on the go. Bat wings. Leather cap. We don't have one of these in this advanced filter over here. I'm really sad that it actually did that, where it put them all together instead of just letting me sort the sets like they're suits. It's one of those, it's really weird to be upset about that, but I totally am. So then, gold, that, and a gold helmet. Because we didn't put those in anyways, we only did the chest. Helmet, boots, and pants. El Pantalone. There we go. So now that should be getting sorted. Chain, though. Chest, pants, helmet, boots. Let's go ahead and put that in an advanced item filter here. That, and that, and that. Yes. It's one of those things where, like, I don't really need to know how to make these, but I'm still going to put them in there. Eventually, we're going to get something that just unlocks all the recipes for us, I'm sure, because that's the way it's worked every other time I've done a pack like this. But for now, then we got iron, pants, and helmet. There we go. What else? What else do we not have being filtered out that we should? Zombie skulls. Yes, those are not currently being filtered out. There we go. Now those are gone. I'm just going to throw all that stuff up, yeah. Okay. So you got to sit here and stare at it for a minute, because you got to see what's not going. And it's kind of cool because as it goes down the line, you can just be like, yeah, this item wasn't touched. Like ender pearls. Ender pearls weren't touched. Yes, they are not currently being filtered. Now let's see where it's at. Oh, you know what I didn't do, though? On this other one, I did not ignore metadata, ignore NBT, ignore damage. There we go. So now that chain and iron stuff should be gone. Yeah, we just got to sit here and stare at it for a minute, unfortunately, because we have to see if there's anything else that's not going somewhere. Potatoes and carrots. Doesn't look like they're going anywhere. Carrots. Potatoes. Although we are catching up, because you can see that slowly it's filtering down to where there's only like one item that's being left in there, and for some reason it's chain boots. Why are chain boots not going anywhere? They should be. Ah, always active. There we go. Okay. Bat wings are being grabbed. Yeah. Rotten flesh, carrots, pearls. I think we got it. Cooked chicken. Yeah, glowstone, redstone, cooked chicken. That's not going anywhere. Cooked chicken, glowstone, redstone. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Yeah. It looks like that's it. We caught up. Everything's being gone. Sweet. Super sweet. Still has a basic item filter in it, but it is getting rid of stuff, so I guess I'm okay with that. Although that's all stuff that should probably be in the big filter. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so back what we were talking about. These things. We're going to be looking at some chisel variants here. So stone, we can obviously do back and forth between bricks. Does bricks have their own? No, that's just part of stone. Okay, so stone. We want something that kind of works together without us having to do too much planning. Because this is really just a wall texture. We really just kind of want to throw up some stuff, kind of vary it up a little bit, and then probably build the floor out of something else entirely anyways. It's like one of those things that's kind of like, wow, really? Why would we just go with this? But honestly, just some normal bricks mixed with some mossy bricks and some cracked bricks is never a bad way to go. We've also got these weathered bricks, which do follow the same kind of, they follow the same pattern as the normal bricks, so that might be something to go in a couple of places too. If we just grabbed a stack of each of these, we could probably build up a decent wall, and then maybe we could copy it around a little bit. The big one will just be the normal bricks. That's going to be like our main thing here. Cracked bricks used least, mossy bricks used a little bit more than cracked, and the weathered will kind of be like a 60-40 or a 70-30 with the normal bricks, is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Are you guys thinking any different? You know? Let me know. Let me know. I'm actually just going to throw back the cobblestone because I have no interest in it. So let's go stone, and we'll grab out like a whole stack of bricks. And then, it doesn't matter which one we stack up, really. So we'll just grab out 4 stacks of bricks. And then we will turn one of them into moss. We will turn one of them into cracked. And we will turn one of them into weathered. Okay. And then we've got some normal bricks to help support that. Let's look at the leveling. We're going to want to be out a little bit. So let's grab some dirt, because that's a block that's entirely not in this palette. And so it won't matter if we're going to just go ahead and shave that off with some vein miner. It's not there. We're going to do it here. Here we go. Okay, so let's go about 10 out to start. That's 8. Okay. And then we'll do that to start. And then around that, we're going to be building the wall. Because this is going to be like how the entrance is, basically. I'm sitting here thinking about it, though. I'm really thinking about it. Because I didn't come in here with a build palette in mind. It jumped right out to me that maybe I should do something sort of medieval. But so far, we've really used glass and wood. Because we don't need to protect anything. That's the thing. We're all alone here. This is like our survivor paradise. The only reason that one's all closed up and it's not using glass is because I needed something that would contain the monsters. You know, we had to have something that was entirely different, just because we legitimately needed something that was entirely different. And wow, that is still not keeping up. That's crazy to me, the amount of drops this thing gets, that it just literally can't keep up with it. And at this point, it's like barely the transfer node's not keeping up. It's like legitimately the absorption hopper itself that's not keeping it. I mean, like, eventually it would probably grab everything, right? Really, eventually? Oh, this is backing up now. Oh, did I, like, unload something? Did me stepping down out of the chunk, like, turn this off? Because all this should be going. Like, none of this should be able to stay. Ha! Man, we're having to spend so much time on this, and this is, like, the thing that I was supposed to even, like, not be messing with and have done by now. That's kind of frustrating to me, if I'm being completely honest. So, why isn't it going any faster? I mean, before, I guess we were kind of splitting it out to multiple different transfer conduits, and so that was helping, maybe? But this just should be going faster, I feel. It shouldn't be... It's not a difficult transfer process. But now, I mean, like, right now, it looks like it's back to catching up. Bats, man. There's so many bat wings in here. What can you even do with these bat wings? Anything? Ah, you can make an item that lets you fly. For a very temporary amount of time, if I remember correctly. Which allow you to fly in a creative way. However, after about 40 seconds, your weight won't be supported anymore, and you will drop to the ground. I think it's funny that you can hang upside down there. That's kind of funny. Well, anyways. So let's get to building this thing so that we can make something that's more permanent and less temporary. But yeah, should we? What do you think? Wooden glass or do the stone thing to protect it? Yeah? Yeah? I'm thinking wooden glass. We should kind of stick with our build palette. This is what we've like chosen to be our thing in a couple of places, so honestly that's kind of what we're messing with. So let's throw these back. Although I am teaching it bad habits because it's learning chisel variants of stone, which is not necessarily a good thing, honestly. But okay, so let's look at glass. We'll pull out some of the ineffable, and we'll probably need a good bit of that. I'm just going to go ahead and grab like the rest of that rose ineffable. A couple of the iron fence glass, the great wood planks. We'll grab out a good bit of that. Because here's the thing. I'm also going to need... This is one of the ones that I can't just build the exact structure. I have to build more than the exact structure because I'm going to need to run all kinds of cabling and stuff below it. So there's probably going to be like almost a basement type level thing to this. I mean, there's going to have to be, yeah. But I'm still going to want to break it up a little bit because I'm going to want I'm going to want to have things sorted that are going into different locations from different areas because I just always do. That helps me to like finalize it in my mind with how it should look. So let's come out here now. And I'm trying to remember what the maximum thing on the drawer controllers is. I think it is a 13 by 13, but I really don't need a structure that's that big, especially because like most of this stuff I want to be able to turn into EMC anyways. Like I don't need something that's truly massive, because hopefully I'm only actually storing a very small amount of items. It's going to be the loot crates, but only long enough that I can turn them into whatever loot they turn into. And that's it, really. The infinity cards, the essence, and the loot crates. That's the only items that I'm super interested in having like actually kept from the mob farm. And so that's 2 rows of 5 for all the different types of crates, which I don't even have yet. And then also 2 more. So I mean like really like 3 rows of 5 would be totally sufficient for storing anything in them that I need to store. I'm not farming anything because anything that I would farm I can just make out of EMC. So yeah, probably just like an 11 by 11 area so that I have a 9 by 9 internal. Or how about a 13 by 13 area so that way I have an 11 by 11 internal so that way I can have like an actual 9 by 9 workspace. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll build it a little bit longer than that so that I've got room for myself to mess around in. Because this is also going to be probably where we set up like one of the storage, like the actual storage network things, like AE or refined storage, depending on which one we want to work with. So yeah, I'm thinking a 13 by 13 kind of area. Slightly off center of what we've got here with our platforms because I just built them as a 4x4. But anything we're building, we're not building on even numbers. And that's okay. We don't have to. We are not required to build on even or uneven unless we will it so, because we are the king. So there. That's where our center block is going to be. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on either side would be 12 total, plus the one in the middle is 13. That's what we're shooting for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And I'm going to build it double long with a spacer in between because we're going to, like I said, also use this probably for the applied energistics stuff, like auto crafters and what have you. Especially if we can craft with EMC. Can we craft with EMC? It'd be kind of cool if we could just like auto craft with EMC. That would be so cool. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then 1 to grow on. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's what we're doing. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that should be even with the one up front. So let's go down here and just start driving the line back. And it looks like my number is checked out. Nice. Go me. Go me. So then let's pull out our handy dandy builder's wand and just go across like so. Won't, and won't. Oh, I thought it was about to add on to the whole thing because I accidentally looked up at the wrong time. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be our start. Go ahead and take out this dirt so I don't have to look at it. And this block because I know where the center is. I don't know where the center is. I'm going to keep it there. Okay, so that's our main floor. This is going to be like where we're standing. But then we also have to have a structure below this, for me to run cabling around. So cabling can run along the ceiling, and then I need to be able to walk underneath it, so I need it to be at least 3 high. And then another one for the floor. And we can kind of taper this in a little bit, because I won't need a lot of room for like me personally to stand. So we'll probably do like a drop down in stages. So we'll do like only 1 there, we'll do 2 there, we'll do 3 there, and then we'll do the absolute 4 right here. Like that will be where we actually have like the full room for us to maneuver. And then we'll just kind of go in from there. So let's cut away that, and that. Yeah. Yeah. Although that makes it kind of annoying to like actually put down, but whatever. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking nice and even, nice and even. And then basically we're just going to have this go like all the way down across there. And same thing for here. Probably our way into this is just going to be using like an elevator in the center is my thought process here. We'll probably make a brown elevator. Just have it like hidden away in one of the corners behind some of the shelves. But as you can see, I need more great wood planks. Let's go ahead and grab out a few more stacks of those. Yeah. There we go. And then there we go. Looking snazzy. Looking quite snazzy. And then for this, we'll need to kind of go all the way across until we get over here. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Same thing on this corner. 1. Oh my gosh, if I can control the flight. 2, 3, and 3, 4. Nice. This is all coming together. And we could probably, if we really wanted to like, I don't know, magic it up or kind of mesh it with what we already have, what we could do is turn this into like a little floating island. But I'm not sure if we really want to do that. No, not like that. That's not what we're doing. Hold on. Don't do that, me. So we need to go basically this all the way across, this all the way across, and this all the way across, and then this all the way across. And then, wait, really? No. No, surely not. Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. That does, but it should taper each one, and it didn't. That's why this looks weird to me. Okay. Hold on. Don't get too extreme here, buddy. Yeah, it should have tapered each one, and it didn't. I did one too high. There we go. That's why it looks weird to me. And then this shouldn't be here. It should just be the bottom one. This one. There we go. That's what we need to see. And then we'll just, all this stuff here, we're going to pull out so that way we have room for the wires. So again, this is going to go all the way across. because it has to, because it's the outside layer. This, same thing. This, same thing. And then this, same thing. And then we can take all of this internal block out. And then we've got room for wires and stuff. Yes. Yes. Let's grab out that to get it to mesh up. And then do this all the way across. Although, yeah, this is this is definitely high monster spawning area here, so we need to take a look at that. Get some kind of floor lights in here, basically. Ooh, and it is not going very far there. If I do it there, then yeah, that's catching all the areas. So like one more than I'd actually need to. There. There. And I'll probably put some floor lights in on, I mean, I'd say that I'd put them in on the level above, but that's the whole point of doing the glass stuff out, is that we wouldn't need any kind of a protective area. So maybe we won't be able to do that. We'll have to put the lights in on this level, basically. We can't put it in above, is what I'm saying. And where does this one need to be? There? Oh, there. That's, what, only 2 across? Okay, 1, 2, fill. 1, 2, and it'll be there. Okay. Let's see if I can just boop, boop. Oh, I'm out. 1, 2, boop. That should have most of it contained. Good, good, good. Let's go get some more great wood. I really didn't think we'd need this much of it, but apparently we do. Oh, it's weird to suddenly realize like how much area I have that's actually spawnable, because I'm not trying to control it really. Okay. And then we're going to need to do that brown elevator pretty quick. There we go. And then we'll take out these pillars, same as we did on the other side, and put in these up there. There we go. Bam. Okay, so this will be like our little under area. For now, we'll just go ahead and pop open right here. So we have a place in and out of it. And then for the actual, like, the base of it, we'll use this just all the way around, like we've done everywhere else. There we go. Bam. Bam. Really got to figure out a permanent music solution too. Because I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy having music playing when I'm doing the Minecrafting. I might have to rely on my boy TechnoAxe. Might have to. Might have to. So then what do we want to do up top? I don't want to just make it a big square rectangle thing. I guess we could taper it kind of the same way that we did. Except that I want these things to be kind of tall. Well, no. Again, I don't need very much room to be able to store stuff, because hopefully we're all going to be throwing it into EMC areas. At least some kind of EMC collector. We could even put it just inside of the... oh, what are the chests called? I can't remember. But there are chests you can throw stuff into that allows you to convert it into certain items. If nothing else, we could put those in and then store that stuff. So, yeah, we could just store it as like a big red matter generator, basically. because red matter would store quite easily inside of a system like this. Or some of the higher tier, because there's like other matters too, like that this mod introduced, with clay being the biggest one for whatever reason. But yeah, so don't need much room. So what about we go up, say, like 4? We'll go up 5. And then we'll go up 5, and then we'll start tapering. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's total 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. Most excellent. And then we'll do it. Oh man. We're doing the same thing. Well, okay, if we just do the taper with the normal stuff, though, it won't look exactly the same. I could also not line it. Lining it makes a lot of sense to me. Hey, whatever. It's my thing. I can do whatever I want. Why am I sitting here judging myself about how I'm building? Because I'm trying to get better. That's why. I don't think I'm very good at building. But I'm working on it. I'm at least trying to vary up the structures a little bit. That's something. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. So I guess I can put this great wood back in there. I shouldn't need any more of that. We'll go ahead and take out some more of the iron fence glass. Although I just grabbed like 12 stacks and I don't need any more than like maybe one more stack. Oh well. I mean, I can just put it away. It's all EMC, baby. That's the power of this pack. It's all EMC. There we go. Alright. So now we're going to do the ineffable cross. Boop. Yep. Oh, hold on. That didn't place. There we go. I guess I have to slow down a little bit because like it's not registering the clicks right. There we go. And then do it across this one. And then we should be able to just builder's wand it up the levels. There we go. Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And then do we want to keep the roof glassy? I think we do, because if we don't keep the roof glassy, then we're going to have to put down some actual, like, some light sources inside, because the light sources, or suddenly everything in there would be a spawnable block, which is not something that we are going to, it's not something that we're going to be able to do too easily without considering like adding another color to our palette spread. So I think, yeah, we'll keep the roof glass. We're going to go just kind of do the same thing that we did there, where it's going to be like one in, and then another one in. And we're doing this off of the diagonals. So there. And then how high do I really want it to be? How much did I do below? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's 3 levels below like this, and with this and this and this, it's kind of like that's our odd number. So 3 levels up. So that's 2. And that should be 3. If I go ahead and pull out this one, and this, and this, and then this, and this. Okay, let's look. Yeah, that's our 3 levels. So good, 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 good. And then we will just kind of come across. So I can do that, that, and that. And then this out to a certain point. I don't want it to go all the way back though, so I'm kind of watching a little bit more carefully. Because the last couple, of course, I only want to go so far. So this one, I'll just kind of hand do it, and then one less. There's one less. Yep. And then there is one less than that. There we go. That's kind of like the beginnings of our roof. So let's then do that, that, and that. And we can kind of grab a couple of these. We just have to be careful. We don't want to go across the top or anything. Go ahead and bring that in. One less. One less. Excellent! Most excellent. And then we'll do the same thing. Bring this forward. There we go. Kind of the same thing. I'm going to stop a little bit short so I can make sure that I'm only bringing it far enough ahead. There we go. There we go. And then same thing. Although now, instead of worrying about any of it, we just connect the various levels. Getting out another one of those ineffable glass. And then the only thing that we have to do now is we have to fill in the very top. So we will need some more ineffable glass for that. Probably a couple stacks. But we can put back all this extra iron fence glass in F. Boop, boop. If I wanted to vary this up a little bit, I could fill in the center with dark ineffable glass, but I'm not sure how that would look. I don't know. Let's grab a couple of stacks and we'll find out. I'm not sure if that would look good at all, though. It's such a different texture. It really is. Yeah, it is such, and it's got like much stronger edging to it. Yeah, I'm thinking not. I'm thinking not. So we'll go ahead and knock all this ineffable, dark ineffable out. And I'm not sure if it treats it as a separate block for a vein miner, so I'm just gonna mine it out the old-fashioned way one at a time. And then we'll go back to using this, and I think I might be able to get away. Yeah? That didn't increase in here? Yeah, good. And there we go. And that's our roof done. Maybe we could add some more detail to it to kind of bring out the edges of the line. But, I mean, that's definitely a glass texture. Nobody can question that. And it is visible, so it's not like it's completely invisible. That sounded so dumb. It's visible, so it's not invisible. And we need to add this area to our claimed chunks. There we go. Yep. Fantastic. And normally I'd say that I want to keep my storage network inside of like one, maybe two chunks, but we're going to have to stretch it out a little bit here, is just the unfortunate truth about it. So then, to like kind of finish it off, we do need some brown elevators. And I'm not sure, I might already have them. No, I didn't have brown. Okay, so I'll need cocoa beans and an elevator. Can I I'm actually, now that I'm saying that, I'm not sure. Can I re-dye these? No. So I need wool and I need an ender pearl. Okay. So wool surrounded by this. No? That's surrounded by wool. No. How do you... Okay, so this should be working. Why is this not working? Did we change it? Is it like that now? Okay, there we go. So now we got brown wool. Go ahead and cast that in. We'll take it back out and put it around these ender pearls. Make an elevator. And then we'll take these down and see how much clashing they do. This should be a fine place. Oh, yeah, no getting that back. Okay, there we go. Yeah, oof. That clash is bad. We're probably going to want to hide that a little bit, maybe. But we'll just put in a couple of them in the corners. Yep. There we go. And we might have to move these because I might need to have this area clear for some of the cabling that we do, but I really think that most of the cabling is going to be up like right along this level that we can't even stand on anyways. So I don't think that that'll actually be too much of an issue. So yeah, after that, the only thing we have to really do is bring down the item storage stuff and put it away. And that I'm going to do on my own because it's going to be like tearing down that system and having to bring it back down here. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for the stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do all the things to come back for more of it. And I'll try to get this moved down before the next stream. I'm in kind of a weird schedule right now where I might have to stream again before I have actually done anything else. But we'll see. We'll see. I should have some time in between now and the next episode. I'm really hoping to be able to get this stuff done. But yeah, guys, I will see you later.